Last but not least for this video, for this whole worksheet, lots of problems, but practice makes perfect. So we've got 4. These are literal equations. How do you know? Because there's more than one variable. So the literal equation. These are the ones that you guys are going to get scared about. But don't. It's the same thing. You can do this. And they are going to be on your EOC. These should be the ones that you have in your back pocket just because it's not that bad. These are a little more steps, a couple more steps to this guy. So just like our previous 2-step equations, these are 2-step equations, but they have 2 variables. So this says solve for x. So this is my guy. This is my dude right here that I have to get him by himself. So 3x plus 2. So I need to get that 2 away from the x. Don't move the g because that's putting it on the side, or like I used to say, it's in the classroom. So separate classrooms. We need x by himself because he's been misbehaving. So we got to get everybody out of the room because he's misbehaving. So we're going to subtract 2 from both sides because it's addition of 2, and minus 2 is going to give me 0 on that side. That's perfect. So g minus 2, you can't combine those because they are not like terms. G is its own thing going on, and then negative 2 is its own thing going on. Now, your question, is x by itself yet? It's not. It is attached to 3 by multiplication. The inverse of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide this side by 3 because that's 3 times x. And the inverse of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide by 3. And then we're going to divide the whole thing by 3 on this side. That gets rid of this 3. And now I have g minus 2 over 3. So the coolest part is you really actually don't have to do a lot of combining of like terms. Again, you're just reordering the terms. You're just putting them in the right order. But when they cross over the equal marks, things become opposites and inverses. So that's where some people mess up. Again, keep your big great divide when you start doing lots of work because you'll lose it and it'll get messy. So I challenge you, the next one is exactly the same, different numbers and different letters. Pause the video. Get after it. Again, if you mess up, what's the big deal? All right, I want 4x because it says solve for x right here. That negative 1 is attached by addition, but it's a negative, and I need it to become a 0. So if I owe you $1 to break even, get that 0, I'm going to give you that dollar, that positive dollar, because he's negative. Though it is attached by addition, it is a negative 1. Yeah, I'm in the hole $1 here. So then negative 1 and positive 1 gives me 0, so that gets rid of it on that side, which is beautiful. I have a z, my funny z, plus 1. Not like terms. That's why you can't put them together. It's not multiplication, it's addition. So it's just listing out our terms, right? And then 4x. Question you want to ask yourself, is x by itself? It is not. It is attached to 4. How would be your next question. And it is by multiplication. And then your next question would be, what is the inverse of multiplication? The inverse of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide both sides by 4. Because that's going to make this 4 go away. And x is now by itself. Woohoo! And now, don't reorder this. It's exactly ugly just the way it is because none of these things can combine or reduce. You just rewrite it. Z plus 1 all over 4. X is now by itself. Nailed it. All right, 2 more and then we're done. I promise. We won't do any more till next class. Okay. Again, they're exactly the same. Exactly the same as the last 2. Just different numbers. So, my honors guys, all you peeps out there who are feeling adventurous on a Friday, pause it. Great divide. Solve for A. So I'm solving for A. So I need this guy by himself. On the outside of that box where I have my A, I have a minus 2. The inverse of subtraction is addition. And now I can't add Z to 2 because that would be 2Z maybe, but that's multiplication, right? So that's not a thing. So we're just going to write Z plus 2. It's ugly, it's weird, but we're doing it. 3A. We're still looking for A to be by itself. At this point, A is not by itself. It is attached to negative 3 by what operation, though? Multiplication. And the inverse of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide this side by negative 3 and divide this side by negative 3. These go away. And so again, don't overthink it. Just write exactly that ugly hot mess that you have right there. And you're going to boogie. Okay? If you're starting to feel a little sick, nervous, or weirded out by all these, again, just get them down. We're going to do them. That's why we're starting them this early. We're going to do them with our equation practice all the way through. We're going to have our first quiz on Wednesday. So make sure you're practicing. These are called literal equations. If you want to look up more, or if you want to email me, text me, and say, hey, I need a lot more help on literal equations. We do have a live class coming up as well, so we'll get through it then. All right. Pause it. Try it. See how far you can go. Trust yourself. You know how to math. 4x, got to get it by itself. That minus 2 is outside of our box, so we're going to add 2. G plus 2, because those are not like terms. One's a variable, one's a constant, equals 4x. Is x by itself yet? Nope. It's attached to 4 by multiplication. So we're going to divide by 4. And then these guys go away. We're not going to overthink it. X equals, don't rearrange it, G plus 2 over 4. Now, I will say for this guy, you do want to make sure. Sometimes they can be reduced. Except that the problem, because you're going to want to turn this into 1/2. This is attached by addition. If it's attached by addition, you can't touch it. If it's attached by multiplication, so like if it happened to be 2g over 4, then you can, because it's one term. So g plus 2 is 2 terms. They are attached. They are like holding hands, new couple on campus, all the things attached to the hip. Can't reduce, can't take anything away. Okay, so g plus 2 divided by 4. Cannot reduce. Just the way it is. All right, guys, you did a great job. Have an awesome, ooh, nope, yep, it's all good. Awesome day.